This is Official VR. He's managed to gain 442,000 subscribers on Gorilla Tag content. He has posted around 376 videos at the time of making this video, and he posts very good content revolving around juking and skits, along with the occasional informational video. So, he's your pretty average Gorilla Tag YouTuber. But there's a huge problem. He is in huge danger. And by danger, I mean he's at risk of being suspended, demonetized, banned, or worse. So stick around to get in depth with what is going on with Official VR. Official VR joined January 10th, 2022. And if I plug in his channel name into the Wayback Machine, you'll find pretty much nothing, showing that he's changed his channel, from what I can see, not much. Over the course of months turned into years, he started gaining tons of more subs and views. His oldest videos averaged around 15k to 10k views, but quickly they started rising. 20k, then 30k, and soon he was averaging around 50,000 to 500,000 views every single video. So he was bound to start getting impersonators, given that he only wore the Santa hat and the Hawaiian shirt, right? Well, of course, but there's one impersonator who's taking this too far and is posing a huge threat to Official's YouTube. As some of you may recall, on my main channel, ThatOnePilot_VR, about a month ago, I posted a video called The Horizon G-Tag Situation. This video talked about an impersonator threatening Horizon's channel. But what made this video such a bad situation? Well, Horizon was on vacation over that time, and a fellow creator, Cowboy Blue, said that he saw the bio change, meaning that there was a high chance Horizon was being hacked. However, around a week after that, Horizon got back and confirmed that 28 was already in his bio. So that was all a hoax. But this impersonator was very, very mischievous. He went on to impersonate more creators, like Apollo, ZCH, and many more. In fact, as some of you may recall, on one of my live streams a few weeks ago, I was live streaming with ZCH VR. Everything was fine when ZCH commented in my live chat saying that's not him. And after watching this guy, I realized ZCH was right. That wasn't him. So I left and took note of the fact that he was the exact same guy that impersonated Horizon. So I spoke with my friends in Gorilla Tag, and we all agreed that if we saw this guy again, we would do something about it. Then, everything went silent. We didn't see or hear from this guy ever again. That is until recently. I've now become friends with Official himself, and me and him talk pretty frequently, but not that frequently. So, when I saw someone named Official in the lobby, I thought, oh, hi Official, and I went up to talk to him. Everything seemed normal, until I realized he wasn't wearing the badge he normally wears. So, I went into a code with that Official, friending him on Gorilla Tag, and started speaking with him. I told him that there's been a huge impersonation situation recently, not knowing that this was actually true. And I asked him if he could change his bio to prove it was him. I pulled up his bio and checked the word that was already there. Sus. S-U-S. Pretty funny, right? Well, around 30 seconds later, he said, okay, I'll add the word sussy baka. Wait, no. That's too long. I'll add sus. That's right. He added the exact same word that was already in the bio, which proved my point that wasn't him. But I played along for a little bit longer. Here's the clip. Okay, so there's been an impersonator of Official. You two sound the exact same. You weren't wearing the badge that he was wearing. He always wears that badge. Two, about, I want to say, like 5 days ago, you had sus sus was in Official's bio, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna put sussy baka. Wait, hang on, I'm gonna shorten it to sus. While sus was already in the bio. Why are we impersonating?
Whatever, pilot.
Why are we impersonating?
I'm not, but okay.
You're not impersonating, okay.
Yeah, I just did. Look.
Where'd you put 21? And he left.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you accidentally left. I don't see 21. Oh. Did I just catch him? Yo! What are we doing? So after that, I realized it was not him. But, funny enough, he actually accidentally joined me back, trying to unadd me, and said, "Oh, shit," and then left, proving that that was the impersonator I was looking for. The same guy who had impersonated everyone, Horizon, Apollo, ZCH, and many others. So, I called my good friend Kiwi to interview her on what was going on. Here's that interview. Hey, Editor Pilot here, guys. I kind of just realized that I completely forgot to check if the audio worked in that recording. So, turns out my audio got corrupted, and that interview is completely lost media. So, sorry about that, guys. So, as you can tell, Kiwi didn't know too much, but she did know of. And she explained to me earlier on a call that this guy also went after some small content creators, like Blue Horizon, proving that he's not afraid to go after many, even small. But one key thing taking away from this is that she said he went around saying the N-word, saying slurs, and making kids cry, which, after seeing it secondhand myself, I saw that kids reported officials' YouTube nonstop in the same exact way, which is a telltale way to get a punishment on your channel. This guy was so scarily similar to official that he would actually have danger because his fans were seeing this impersonator and reporting official and unsubscribing because of this impersonator. So here's the danger. Official VR is in huge danger of his channel getting punished. By that, I mean he could be demonetized, suspended, or even worse, banned. What's so bad about this, you may be wondering? Well, here's what's so bad about this. Official has a huge fan base. And given that this one guy, this one impersonator who is back for more, is putting a threat to his channel, it's pretty clear that something really bad is going on. So until we figure out what we can do, make sure that you look out for this guy. Once I get more info, I'll likely make an update video on this same channel. So make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you can see this update video if you really want to. But for now, official is in danger. Quick disclaimer here. Before you get into the video, I would just like to let you all know that this is going to be a rather mature video and very, very, very gross and disgusting for a lot of people. So, viewer discretion is advised. If you're unaware, Goldman is a Gorilla Tag TikToker who is rather famous, and he also had a YouTube channel with around 3.25k subscribers. Goldman was doing pretty well on his YouTube, posting frequently, but his whole world kind of flipped upside down when about a year after all this, which was about a week and a half ago, somewhere around there, an anonymous user posted a video of Goldman harassing minors, specifically young girls, saying inappropriate stuff, touching them inappropriately. You can assume the rest. So, these are some pretty strong allegations that he's a pedophile. But they are just allegations. But they weren't until some of his victims started coming out and revealing themselves. This is a video of one of the victims explaining something that happened between them.
Technically what happened with Goldman. I am the last victim of what he did. Technically what he did is we joined a call, he added me to a group and I joined it and we're all talking. We joined VR chat, playing Truth or Dare. He comes up to me and does this to my avatar. Not once.
Oh, wait, what?
Multiple times. He said in a private group, in a private chat with me that I was making. Remind you, he's 16. I'm 13. I just turned 13. I'm turning 14 this year.
So as you can tell, this is 100% real, and it actually came out recently that there are 26 known victims of this. 26. It's insane. So, Goldman still wasn't responding to these allegations, which weren't even allegations anymore. They were straight up proof. Until he deleted his TikTok account. So, if you're lost, this semi-famous Gorilla Tag TikToker and YouTuber, Goldman, is caught harassing inappropriately, touching inappropriately, DMing inappropriately, minors, young girls, etc. And overall, there was some strong proof that he was a pedophile. He was sending really inappropriate messages to young underage people, specifically girls, and overall being a complete pedophile and creep. So, he privated his TikTok account, but his YouTube channel is still up, and people have been calling him Gold Gooner, which, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of hilarious, aside from all this creepy shit that he's been doing. He completely disappeared. Until recently, he was found playing VR chat, which, if you don't know what VR chat is, let's just say it's a breeding ground for predators. You can touch people, if you know what I mean. It's pretty bad. It's just a very, very strong reminder that you always need to be careful and safe online. And what your parents say is really not a joke, even on a pixelated monkey. So, if you guys never want to miss one of these videos, make sure to like and subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Before we get into this, just know I am sick right now, so if my voice sounds a little different, that's why. I get a lot of topic requests on this channel, but there's only a few I'll consider. So when my good friend Midnight requested a story, I asked him what of. Some of you may know Raichu. He's a known comp player and growing YouTuber, and he also has connections with some finger painters, and YouTubers along with that. So, it's pretty obvious that he's not an unknown guy. Well, Midnight told me about Raichu's inappropriate actions and crude behavior. But first, we have to go back. It started when Raichu called a world-scale check on Midnight, which he made Midnight turn his head backwards, making a gap. He sent this photo around, and soon after, he was addressed and said he was cool with Midnight. Obviously, we know already that this is not the case, because soon after, Midnight received some DMs from Raichu with nudes and videos/gifts of similar things. And let me just say, these were some horrible images. I can't show all these. And if we go to his YouTube, we can see some of this similar behavior in this video. So Raichu apologized and all seemed well, but quickly after, he sent more. Now, for obvious reasons, I can't show all of these, so Midnight ghosted him for a few days. But before I go on, just realize that these photos and videos are really crude themselves, and the ones other than these were really, really bad. After Midnight ghosted him, Raichu apologized once again. So Midnight gave him one final chance. Oh, and if you don't know who Midnight is, he's a really good YouTuber with around 20k subscribers. You should definitely subscribe to him. After his apology, Midnight gave him one final chance. But he sends more. I mean, if we're being serious, this is getting really hilarious at this point because this man won't stop. He made 3 promises and broke them all 3 really quickly. And then quickly after, Raichu stopped being nice about it. After Midnight cut contact, it seems Raichu chose cruelty and being mean, because shortly after, he started cyberbullying Peppermint. If you don't know who Peppermint is, he's a great YouTuber. You should totally check him out and give him some love, he's great. Back to it, I actually got to interview Peppermint, and here's that video. Alright guys, I'm here with Peppermint. You should go subscribe to his channel, but I've been told by this guy, Midnight, that you have been kind of harassed and bullied, in quotes, by Raichu. So, I guess my first question I would like to ask is, how did everything start?
Well, I joined Midnight's Scrim Hub, which actually I think it was every time I joined the Scrim. Always Raichu was in there.
Okay.
And there was always some point where he was starting stuff from Midnight and it's messing up the Scrim and just being annoying and like saying like he was always just starting stuff and it was so annoying.
So then, I guess my second question is, what has he been doing to you?
Me, Midnight, and Nancy, we all wanted to do a long form where it was a 4v4, 4 YouTubers versus 4 normal players. We were getting ready, and Raichu was in there. He was as the normal players, but I had to go eat dinner, so we were gonna pause it for like 20 minutes. So I went to eat dinner. I came back in the code, thinking that Midnight might be there, and Raichu was there, and he was saying really inappropriate stuff. Like he was talking about RAPE.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
Like that. And then he was saying that I was egoing him, which, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I might have been a little bit, maybe.
Third question, I guess, is, how has this affected you?
It made me mad, and I've been telling Midnight a ton of times that he should ban Raichu. Because this is, like, I've seen him do tons of stuff with Raichu. Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, I don't really care much about, like, what people say in a VR monkey game, but
yeah,
I just think Midnight should really ban him because he's also saying Midnight that you're probably gonna show later in the video, or you have to show.
Yeah. Final thing, I guess, is in general. Correct me if I'm wrong. The whole story is Raichu started by just being really mean and annoying for seemingly no reason, just being kind of a bad person. You haven't really done much in general, and you apologize if you have, but he doesn't really care, and he's continued to just be really mean to you and nonstop harass you with some mean things and inappropriate things, correct?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
And then also,
I'm really sorry that has happened. That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that this ends.
Yep.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Back to the video. Back to the video. So as we can see, we've confirmed Raichu being inappropriate, sexual, and ruthless towards others. So Raichu made an exposing video on Midnight to fight back. In the video, he went on to explain Midnight cheating and showed the photo of the incorrect world scale check. He also said some other things that were completely false, but less important. So when numerous people commented to defend Midnight and call out Raichu, he deleted the video entirely to cover it up. Shortly after this, however, he did make a new one to keep his point out there, talking about the same allegations, and after even more comments defending Midnight came out, he decided to keep deleting them entirely. So, there you have it. Raichu is clearly one of the most disgusting and rude people in the game. While Raichu may seem like a nice person from his voice and looking at his editing style, if you dig deeper, you can tell that he's really not the guy everyone might think. But if you like this video, then please make sure to like and subscribe to see more just like this. And if you want to, please turn on notifications so you never miss my next upload. But to end off, Raichu should definitely not be taken lightly, and he should be taken completely serious. But as for now, Pilot tuning out. Peace.